Alright, and here we go. It is game... Oh wait, I got these settings right. It is game number 3 between HaNfy and GenjiTakiya, and in the bottom right corner of the map, it is the Zerg player. From Germany, it is HaNfy.
Yep, and this his opponent playing for our blood. Give it up for the orange Protoss player GenjiTakiya from France.
I like his color, orange.
Yep, he's like, yep, I'm joining that Dutch hype, because we all know they're the best at football. That's right, not soccer. You English or American people watching football. And
ooh, did you see that? Genji did something very funky with his probes. They all went to one mineral patch. That happens to me a lot.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a misclick. You click double on the probes and then accidentally click the mineral line. It's really annoying when it happens, because you do lose a little bit of minerals, but it's not a huge deficit by any means.
But yeah, if only for a few seconds it messes up your income, then it can screw your build order. Where you get slightly outside of your comfort zone. You're used to just being able to throw down that cybernetics core right after the pylon or the warp gate finishes, and then you can't. You have to wait.
Yep, and that's definitely true. And we see from Genji another gateway opener. And I think if I'm correct, he's done that in the other 2 games as well, right, Frank?
The last game at least, yes, and because he was going into 4 gates.
And the first game as well, because he moved out with the Zealot and the Stalker early on.
Yeah.
Against the 3. Yep. And we actually see a spawning pool first from HaNfy, so he's having no more of that shenanigans with the early movements out.
Right.
Which I like.
He said 3 hatch before pool. It's no longer cool, so he went pool first.
There you go. Well, especially on this map, it would be a pretty bad decision to go for 3 hatch. If you check the third base just next to the ice road, that's not the best place to place your base, especially when you can also get attacked at the natural from the rock side. It's really, really hard on this map to make something like that happen. Especially as a Zerg player, I would say it's very hard to take your third base on this map. Could still see it though. We do have a Zealot underway once again, which he hasn't cancelled in any of the games before, so I'm expecting he's not doing it again. He just has 1 gas, so I'm expecting him to.
Right, I got a question for you. So you make a Zealot, and what you see Protoss do every now and then, of course, is cancel this Zealot.
He should do it now, but he didn't do it in the last 2 games. So.
Okay, but so you cancel the Zealot, so you make it because you want to be able to have it if in case you need it. But then if you scout before the Zealot actually finishes that you don't need it, you just cancel it to get the minerals back and do something else with that.
Yeah, you do it when you see either Zerglings coming in or when there's something blocking your nexus.
Alright.
And when you don't, you actually move out at the exact time that Genji did, and then you cancel it and make the nexus just a little bit earlier.
Oh,
but,
right. So it doesn't cost you anything. You can cancel it, and you don't delay your nexus if you cancel it.
I think you lose like 15 minerals canceling the Zealot, something like that. You lose a little bit.
Do you lose minerals canceling units that are building?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I think you lose a small amount. It's the same like when you build a command center and you cancel it, you get 300 minerals back. You lose 25%.
Yeah, but that's when you cancel a building. But if you cancel an upgrade or a unit that's building inside a building, I'm not sure if you lose minerals. Maybe the chat can help us out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in about 2 minutes we're gonna hear everything about this. We're gonna have people going onto Liquipedia, going onto Google, or just people knowing it in general. I'm not 100% sure.
So I got this for you, because so you often see in pro games, you see like armories.
No, but when you see an egg of a Zergling be cancelled.
Yeah, that costs money.
That costs money.
No, you just lose the larvae.
No, you can only get like 37 minerals back or something, I think.
Okay, but in case of upgrades though, you never see pro gamers who are about to lose their forge cancel the upgrade before the forge gets killed. Why wouldn't they do that if they would lose minerals on it?
No, when the forge gets killed, it automatically cancels it, so you get the same money back than if you would cancel it. But I still think you only get 75.
Touché.
Yeah.
That was pretty silly.
But I'm not like I could be silly as well. We're gonna see pretty soon.
Oh man. Yeah.
We do have Twilight Council on the way, so we could see some things here. But he does have 3 sentries, so I'm expecting it not to be DTs. He doesn't have the gas for that, so it should be Blink. But he doesn't have any Stalkers either, so it's a little bit of an awkward building for just the moment. He should be adding gas regardless.
Maybe he's doing a storm drop rush.
No. It should just be Blink. He's gonna have just a mount. pretty soon, but he doesn't have any stalkers to utilize yet. But he doesn't want to be aggressive. He started +1 recently, so he's gonna be waiting a little bit after that. Anyway, there you see Blink is just started, and he's gonna warp in some stalkers and use it with the stalkers he's been warping in. There is a probe being killed on the map on the left-hand side. Some Zerglings spotted that, so no cheeky pylon there. And the third base is up and running for HaNfy, so pretty slow game so far. A Roach Warren is being laid down, but I feel like that is more defensive than anything else. And the lair is just finishing up, so HaNfy's feeling pretty confident. And when you watch his view, you will see that he's seen almost everything, including the Twilight Nose.
Right. Nice. So okay, I did not realize this, but even if you're observing, you cannot see the critters on the map if the players cannot see them. So if they're inside the fog of war.
Yeah, I'm just laughing a little bit with Kunani. The name alone is already funny, but he's saying watching DSCL from the bed for the win.
Nice.
Yeah, I would love to see those pictures. As long as you're still dressed a little bit or you have something covered, make a picture, send it to hashtag year of DSCL, and we're definitely all gonna retweet it because that's awesome. Show us how you're watching the DSCL tonight. With
Make sure to mention our Twitter account in your tweets, so the @DSC League. That way we're sure to not miss it.
Yep, for sure. We do have once again Hydralisks being the unit of choice, and GenjiTakiya is moving out a little bit aggressively here. He's gonna start working on the debris, or on the destructible rock, because people hate it when I say debris. But it looks like HaNfy already spots that, and he should be able to have an army just about there.
So a lot of Genji's reinforcements got taken out by some Zerglings there, but it looks like the reign of the Zerglings is now ended. And let's see what this attack brings Genji. But I feel like losing so many units on the back, right? So the reinforcement units has kind of dealt with this push before it even happened.
All right, and it looks like that force field is actually the best force field ever. Look at those two. That's really good. And Genji is trying to make something work, but this is going to be very hard for him. Right now, there is a Spinecrawler repositioning once again. He loves doing that. But so far, it's not actually working out that well for Genji. I feel like HaNfy's losing a few units here and there, but he's trading efficiently, and that's not what you want as a Protoss player. And fighting on this small choke against Hydras, I'm not sure about this, Frank.
Oh, it's gonna be a... Right, I got a question for you after this push, but right now, let's watch it. Okay, drones being pulled.
Yeah, he's pulling drones, but look at the army supply right now. This is pretty costly investment by Genji, and I feel like HaNfy is still holding alright. It's getting a little bit dangerous right now. The Roach Warren's gonna get killed off. There is gonna be some Broodlings. When the Broodling spawns, he wants to move out. Yep, wants to move out right now. Nope, he's not doing it. Could start repositioning. 12 Zerglings on the way. It's gonna help out a lot as well. There's no more sentries, Frank, so keep that in mind. No more force fields. And these Stalkers are really doing a good job. Blink micro, because Genji's excellent at his blink micro, but they're getting whittled down here a little bit. And like I said, it's a very big investment.
Right. Yeah, I think this has put GenjiTakiya at a deficit. He needs to do damage of some sort, otherwise this whole push, and maybe even the game, is forfeit.
Yep, and I mean, the Zerglings out right now. The Zerglings are going to absorb a lot of the damage because he needs to target them. They're really fast, they do a lot of damage. The Hydras are also doing a lot of damage in the back. There's some Queens to reinforce, and even though Genji's really trying, and he's got good micro, you can see that. He's really making the good thing out of a bad situation. He's warping his Zealots, soaking up some damage, but this army is nearly gone. Look at the army supply right now. It's in favor of HaNfy, quite significantly. Not to mention he's got 1200 minerals right now.
Yeah, Genji has a hard time spending his money at the moment. Now adding on gases, and Genji is going to have to fall back on some secondary strategy, getting some more gases, warping in some Stalkers, but I'm not sure if he can turn it around this game, because I think we can say now that he is definitely behind and that the HaNfy has the upper hand.
Yep, and alright, we do have a question. What's our Twitter? I think you already gave that, but I'm going to post anyway, because I think we're going to get some pictures of the guys watching the DSCL. That's awesome. That is awesome. Meanwhile, though, like I said, it was a big investment from Genji, and it didn't work off. He's still being chased in the middle of the map by some Zerglings, and HaNfy has to be feeling good about this. He's already in his mind. He's preparing to play against Hearthstone after this, I feel like.
Well, he shouldn't be doing that too much, because there's, GenjiTakiya is not dead yet.
He's not, but he's invested a lot, and HaNfy is in a good position, and we already saw last game that if he doesn't have a strange attack somewhere in the middle right now, he's gonna capitalize on that, and he's gonna be in an excellent spot. He could start thinking about taking his 4 base, adding on some extra units. He's already adding the Spire. We got some upgrades coming to Evolution Chamber, so that's gonna be good. On the upgrade department, the Protoss actually quite far ahead right now.
I got a question for you. If you so you're a Zerg player, there's a force field right in front of you. Can you walk through the force field with an unburrowed spine crawler? Does that count as a massive unit?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
No. It's a structure, and it's not massive, I think. I'm not sure, but you can.
Okay.
On the other side of things, though, we did get a lot of feedback, and if an upgrades get destroyed, you actually lose some money. But if you cancel a unit, you don't lose money.
Ah, okay. So we were both right.
Yeah, and
kinda. Yeah. Or both wrong.
No, I was definitely wrong, and you were kinda right.
Okay.
Looks like GenjiTakiya is moving into the same little choke point. It's the Spartans once again trying to hold that spot for HaNfy, and right now he's holding in the mountains once again. And this is not 300 Hydras, but he doesn't need 300.
No.
So this is gonna get pushed away pretty easy, and he's taking a more and more lead in this game by these attacks.
Yeah, look, another sentry going down here in a moment. There we go. I think this is. What can HaNfy? What can GenjiTakiya do at this point?
Okay, 1, do not attack in that spot anymore.
Good call.
That's really the first thing. I think passing the game, hoping the opponent will leave, is not going to work. But he's adding a robotics bay, right?
Yeah.
He needs to get Colossus. He needs to get some AoE to deal with the Hydras and the Zerglings. That's the first thing he needs, but there's already gonna be either Vipers or Corruptors once he gets to that point. But he needs to be defensive. That's where Protoss is best, in a defensive spot against these kind of Zerg armies.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be an uphill struggle, frankly. He's lost too much, I feel.
Yeah, and uphill, like going uphill on that choke 2 times. That was tough.
Really hard. It's really hard. Especially against the Spine Crawlers and the Hydralisks, which have the same range as the Stalkers with the upgrade.
Yep.
It's just it's really hard because the Hydras just do more damage. They have a little bit less HP, but they're gonna trade good.
Ah, okay, so there's GenjiTakiya actually asked for a couple of seconds. We're not sure what's wrong yet. Maybe, I don't know, maybe his cat jumped on his keyboard. Or, I don't know, maybe his mom came in and said, you need to be doing your homework right now. Oh, he says, no matter, it's just a girl. You want to go? Okay, let's get back in the game.
That could be anything though. It could be his sister, could be his mother, could be something else. Could be his girlfriend, of course, as well. Maybe sending annoying text messages like, why are you up playing StarCraft all evening again?
Dude, I'm playing in a tournament.
We are going to have quite a significant move out from HaNfy. And he's splitting his army both sides of the icy rocks part. And he's gonna get a good surround again here. And Genji needs to be a little bit careful. He needs to fight on the same level that HaNfy did, holding this. But the Zealots are doing a pretty good job, but they're disappearing pretty fast as well.
Yeah. And this choke is a lot bigger than the choke that GenjiTakiya was attacking up on.
Yep, and he's taking out some important structures here. If he takes out the warp gate, there's gonna be a lot of surface area for all of these units. There's actually queens walking their slow bodies all across over the map, and again she's losing a lot. He's killing more than he's losing, but there's just so many Zerg units right now, Frank.
GG, that was definitely a GG. Upgrades for the Zerg even finishing as that game was won by HaNfy.